Dudes, welcome to the Full Moon Universe vidcast of September 11th. I'm here to talk to you guys about a really odd, fun story as it relates to EVIL BONG 3D. So 12, 13 years ago, we had made 2 EVIL BONG movies. They were totally fun. And I thought, okay, EVIL BONG 3D, why not? You know, I always tackle things that are technically kind of tricky. But we shot the movie in 3D. Back then, it was only a DVD world. We didn't have Blu-ray. And I thought, well, let me first tour with this movie, go to a couple venues, bring some celebrity guests, which we did. And we went to strange towns. You would think New York, Chicago. I think we went to Madison. I kind of forget where we went. We just went to a few towns. And people really enjoyed the movie because not only is the movie wacky and weird, I'm sure some of you have seen it in 2D, but we grafted into the movie moments, 8 moments during the movie where you scratch and sniff and smell some weird stuff, including weed, and I won't tell you what else. Again, it was in 3D, and we had quite a success. We had a good turnout, and I thought, all right, we got to release this thing on DVD, and with the glasses and the scratch and sniff cards. So we made, I don't know, maybe 500 of these. They were really expensive, not just because of the technology, because scratch and sniff cards, especially really elaborate ones that require odd smells like weed and others, which I can't reveal because they'll spoil the fun. They're not cheap to make. Anyway, we shipped those 500 units. They sold really quickly. People started writing, hey, can you make more? And I thought, been there, kind of done that. It would be very expensive. The world was changing. And we never made any more copies of EVIL BONG 3D. And so what happened was, I won't go there yet. So what happened is I thought about a year ago, 8 months ago, we got to re-release this thing, and this time on Blu-ray, where the quality is way better and the 3D will be better. So I had to kind of retrace my steps. So I asked a few people in the Full Moon universe. I said, can you send me a EVIL BONG 3D box set so I can look at what we did exactly? Well, guess what happened? There's no more box set. They were sold out 10 years ago. So we had to go on eBay and spend $150 to buy our own EVIL BONG 3D DVD box set to kind of remember what we did. So we bought the box set and did the research and completely went back to the original art and replicated this gorgeous box set. Did a good job. But then came the challenge of not just improving the 3D, but having to make the glasses. Not a big deal. There are people still make glasses, but having to replicate this scratch and sniff card, which is a really interesting science, and it's very labor intensive. So we couldn't find anyone in the States who would do this for less than $10 a card, okay, which is probably our entire profit margin on these things. But we did find a gal who did a great job in Australia. So this took some months, and she did the cards, and we got 1,000 cards. It took a while, and then we did the Blu-ray, and then of course we got the glasses, and these are finally, after I think 8 months, available today for purchase. So I'm going to open one up just to show you guys what's in here. It's really a trip. Haven't even figured out what to charge. This thing was expensive for us. But inside, it's going to probably fall out. So inside you get, of course, the Sniff Odorama card, which I'm telling you is really intense. And remember, you're watching the movie and then a number comes up, number 4, and you scratch number 4. And of course, this is a far better movie if you're a little high, I'm told. So scratch and sniff card is in there. And then of course, the beautiful Blu-ray, which we improved greatly on. And then, well, here's the Blu-ray. I'm kind of holding this up so you guys can see it. And then, the 3D glasses that are, of course, EVIL BONG 3D glasses. So this is kind of what they look like. And I got to tell you this just because it's ironic. So I've made several 3D movies that, are pretty well known. I did Parasite back in the day with Demi Moore, 3D and weird shit coming at you. Then I did Metal Storm, the Universal release, which I was very proud of. And that's a whole separate story on how they recently use that sort of as a central piece in this rom-com that came out some months ago. And they didn't even tell us, like, hey, Charlie, we're using the theme of your movie and the name of your movie and kind of the setup of your movie. And what was it called?
Fall Guy.
Thank you, Brooks. Fall Guy. So if you see Fall Guy and go, what the f***? They're all about Metal Storm. Well, thanks, Universal. And then, of course, I made a movie called Creeps in 3D and Evil Bong in 3D. And the total irony is I lost vision in my right eye about 4 years ago. So I cannot see 3D. I only see 2D. Right now, I see everything kind of blurry and weird. So, oh well, I had my 3D fun. So this show is now available as of today. We did make 1,000 copies, which hopefully won't run out soon. Price will be figured out literally right after I shoot this vidcast. So that's the new hot deal, Evil Bong 3D. I think you will all enjoy it. I know people did back 12, 13 years ago, and then it sort of disappeared. One more thing I wanted to mention. We are about to release Death Streamer. I am super proud of Death Streamer, which is the second pulp noir movie. In addition, in about a week from now, we will have Quadrant, which already came out in color, out in black and white. It's kind of the idea behind pulp noirs to show these movies, and I shot them with the black and white in mind as well. So it may be interesting if you like Quadrant to check it out in black and white. Of course, on Full Moon Features and Amazon and eventually Tubi. And Death Streamer will have that same release pattern. So somewhere in early to mid-October, check out Death Streamer. I think it's one of the best shows I've done in a lot of years. And then finally, we are putting on an event on October 26th. I know Cleveland, Ohio. I wish everyone lived in Cleveland for this event. But it's called Church of Chills. And essentially, for those of you who were around years ago and saw my roadshow, it's sort of a twisted, condensed version of the roadshow. It'll be the first time an audience sees Death Streamer on a big screen in the church. People say the church is haunted. I don't believe it, but it's creepy as okay? We have decked this church out, and it will be decked out with monsters and creatures and hidden passageways. We'll have merch there. We'll have celebrity guests. Not sure who that will be yet, but we're putting that together. It's a 4-hour event at the church a week or the Saturday before Halloween. So it's kind of a combo horror, haunted church, Halloween, Church of Chills, roadshow madness. I know Robin Sidney will be there, and we have some fun stories about her and Ginger Dead Man and, of course, the Evil Bong movies. So I know there's only 200 seats available, so that kind of sucks. But the cool thing is we're going to live stream the entire event. We're hooking up with a company right now in order to do that. This is just not a behind-the-scene thing. It'll be a 4-hour event, and this will be able to be accessed through whatever the service is going to be. It'll cost a few bucks, and you can be there for the madness, the performance, the return of the boner meter. I know it sounds ridiculous if you haven't seen a roadshow, but that's coming. And it'll be totally fun and the right thing to do before Halloween. So check it out. If you're in Cleveland or near Cleveland, try to make it by. The tickets go on sale literally at midnight, some PST, EST, I'm not sure what it'll be published, on October 1st. And we're going through a ticket sales agency. So that's being set up right now. So, and you'll know if you pay attention to our posts and what we do in social, you'll know exactly where and how to buy the tickets. So it's first come, first serve. First 200 tickets will be sold, and then people can also look at it, the live stream version. Wherever that's going to come from, we'll let you know. That's it. A lot of dialogue. Enjoy Evil Bong 3D. I'm telling you, when the test disc came in, even though I couldn't see 3D, I sat there, and it was so much fun as these numbers came up. And I remembered, it took so much time to figure out what are they going to smell and how does that smell relate to the scene. So anyway, have fun with that, and I'll see you on the next Full Moon Universe. Ciao.